Toy maker Mattel is making this new superhero doll aimed at elementary school girls. Last week in New York's Comic-Con, Mattel announced a new show and doll collection on its way called DC Superhero Girls. It's going to come out in the spring. The show includes DC's female characters like Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and Poison Ivy. The toy maker says it's all to show a young girl's strength, beauty, and brains. The new show and doll collection will come out next spring. And joining us now to talk about the impact this shift could have beyond the toy aisle is San Diego State University management lecturer and attorney at law, Dr. Wendy Patrick.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Great idea. We see great characters like Wonder Woman, and we have to be thinking, why didn't they ask us? Because what they did was ask little girls, what do you want to see?
That's right.
The little girls told them, and they made those dolls. Why now?
Exactly. I mean, Wonder Woman debuted in 1941, which is 3 years after Superman debuted. So 75 years later, here we are asking the question. So what they did was brilliant. They asked these 6-year-old girls, what would you like to see in a toy? And this is toys imitating life, because what did the 6-year-olds say? They weren't interested in frilly pink capes. They weren't interested in fashion modeling, but crime fighting, courage, not cleavage. And they took their cue from the target population, and that's where we're going to get this great new series of dolls coming out in spring of 2016.
I like that you mentioned courage, not cleavage. Barbie is, this is way away from that. Mattel's doing something good here. Because Barbie sales were down, Time Magazine actually calls this group a game changer, thinking it could actually attract the adult market as well?
Well, that's right. It's such an, I mean, it's an ingenious idea.
Yeah.
We should have come up with that a long time ago. But adults love this because it promotes health. I mean, look at this, the amount of teens that suffer from body shaming. Many adults have long suspected that might come from these kinds of idealistic, unrealistic dimensions that they've been buying their daughters. So this new line of dolls is not going to have those kinds of dimensions. It's going to be about health, about hope, about wholesomeness. And so we think they're going to be flying off the shelves.
And this is proving to be very popular, but in your opinion, what does this mean for the future of little girls, what they play with, what they want, where the toy makers will go? We call it a game changer.
That's right.
It just turning everything on its head.
Well, it's also a sign of the times, because remember that many stores have also gone to the gender-neutral toys. In other words, there's really been an emphasis placed on let's look at the children of this generation as opposed to what kind of toys we looked at when we were that age. So and I think that's a trend that we can expect to continue.
So what does this mean for Barbie?
Well, unless they continue to evolve her character as well, as they've been doing, by the way, over the last decade.
Her briefcase and suit.
The briefcase, and they have Barbies designed for all kinds of realistic young women. Who's to say that we don't need to phase that out if we can also update her brand as well?
That's the key.
Let's hope we can do it.
Thanks, Wendy, for your time. We appreciate it.